Just so you know, instead of a hose bib connection like what that was, this now connects to a T. I cut there's a straight piece of PVC here. I cut it right down the middle. I installed a T with the primer and cement. Then I put a PVC nipple right here with tape, your joint tape. And then I put the special connector for to hook onto the actual flexible copper tubing here. And that's how that connects now to PVC. Instead of, here it is. Instead of this connector. That's what it used to hook into. It used to screw into that hole right there. And now it hooks directly with that T into the PVC. There's the end of the copper tube that I cut off. So after I get all this backfilled, get that hole filled back up and get the pipe to the chicken pen covered up, I gotta come back out here and see if any of this is salvageable. I won't be doing this today because I gotta get back to work today later this afternoon, but this unit right here, I'm going to see what I can save of that and stick it back over there as a protective cover for the piping. I'll probably have to find some more lumber here and there. But anyway, project done within reason. Boy, that was a long and exhausting project. But I'm on city water. I have a couple extra pipes. The PVC here, I probably am going to save and use for inlet pipes for a new solar water heater that I'm going to be using this old refrigerator unit for the back of the workshop. So that workshop will have hot water coming in. I'm thinking that's what I do. I was going to make a supplement one for this, but I don't think I need it. I've been getting 200 degrees ambient temperature, and I've been getting 110 in the house in the morning after I've done dishes and take a shower, so I have plenty of hot water. Maybe in the winter time, but that's 6-8 months from now. I'll see how it goes then. Oh, there we go. That's the project, how to install your own water line from the city when your galvanized goes kaputs. Here's the piece that was leaking, that old galvanized pipe. The guy at the hardware store said this actually wasn't very bad. The thickness of the wall, you can still see through it plenty. And the thickness of the wall itself is pretty good shape. You can see the corrosion inside, the little bumps. But it still leaked. Galvanized pipes like this are what they call seamed. When they make them, they wrap a piece of metal around till it meets, and then there's a seam right down through here. And more likely it leaks right there when it leaks. But this is the piece I cut out. This is the piece that was leaking. And yes, I am going to keep this as a souvenir. Here's a roll of that PVC tape, the pipe wrap tape. Comes in big rolls like this. I've already used up some of this. It was about this big when I started. But it looks like this. This is the one that Home Depot carried. This is 20 mils. It's pretty good. It cuts easy with scissors, or even if you have like a pocket knife and just catch it, it'll cut. Pretty durable. Stretchy, and it sticks to itself pretty decently. To keep organized, I put all of my working tools inside of one central location. Things that I use at one time or another, or something I may need for later reference, I just stuck them all in the same little metal crate. So if I needed a trench shovel, I could get it. If I need something to smooth out the gravel, I could get it quick. Even that, I even made good use of that hoe that I made in that series a little bit ago. Crowbar. I used to dig out around the meter box inside so I could get there to change the meter pieces out. I didn't really go into detail on some of the stuff I was using for the project. This here is plumber's tape. Comes in different colors, different lengths. Basically all it is this stretchy, plasticky, it's probably a Teflon. And how you use this is for you ladies or you guys that don't know, if you have a threaded joint like this, you wrap that around your joint. You get all those all your threads covered like that. Now the trick is to know which way to wrap it, because you can wrap it around this way or you can wrap it around this way. You have to think about how you're screwing it into your female. This is a male, of course. And you screw it in, if you're gonna, here's your female, if you screw it into that and you turn this way, you don't want to work against your thread of how you put your tape on. So if you're going this way and the end of your tape, here I'll just pull this off to show you. If your end of your tape is coming off here and you're moving this way, it's going to keep pulling your thread out. So this one would be wrong. So you need to think about how you end up. So on this one you want to turn it this way. Go around this way. So when you thread it in, it keeps that end of your tape pushed down to your threads. You're pushing it into your threads then instead of lifting it up. Another way to connect the pipes together is with PVC. We're working with Schedule 40. PVC is a water pipe, the kind that I used. It actually states it on there, but you can ask your hardware man too. Now, another way to join PVC together, and I'm just using some little 1/2 inch with some connects that I don't need to show you. Because while I was doing it, to tell you the truth, I forgot to include you guys on it, and I felt bad. Alright. You need two different things. You got your purple primer in conjunction with your cement. The primer, which is purple, is really messy. You get it everywhere. And it comes off in about 4 years. It just has an applicator that looks like that. And you put your primer on first. And what that does is it sets up your surface, cleans it, and preps it up, so you can put your cement on. Now the cement that came with this primer in the box is kind of a slow drying cement. It should dry overnight, 24 hours. Overnight was okay for me because it was so hot now. It didn't have to be longer than that. Here's how you do it.